Hello there, kia ora. Hey, look, I haven't had a chance to do a big full video for today looking into the frankly disturbing idea of David, I cry about poems that really mean about Captain Cook because I'm a real libertarian, Seymour being the person in charge of free school lunches going forward, because I'm sure that's something that's going to end well for everybody. Now, instead, I've been focusing on something else. You see, this Friday marks the 100-day point that this government has been in power from, and they gave themselves a shopping list of things that they wanted to achieve. 49 of them. They say achieve, but realistically, rolling back and cancelling a whole bunch of stuff is what they've got in there as well. And while they'll tell students that going backwards isn't achieving, it's apparently okay for this government. There's also other things that they've managed to do while they've been in power. Like cancelling that report from IRD on tax fairness the day that it was supposed to come out so nobody could see it, especially all the information it had about their rich party donors. But I figured 100 days is a really good time to sit down and do a really proper deep dive analysis, and I can only bring one perspective to something like that. So on Sunday the 10th of March from 8 p.m. on my YouTube and Facebook pages, I'm going to be doing a live stream analysis with a bunch of experts in a bunch of fields. Like Hamilton City Councillor Louise Hutt, we're going to talk about what central government decisions mean for local body authorities and how that could mean better services or worse services or costs passed on to ratepayers. We're going to talk education with Dr Will Flavell and learn whether or not cell phone bans are actually something that's going to have any kind of difference to students whatsoever, or whether or not an hour worth of reading, writing and arithmetic is actually just a gimmick of some sort. We're going to have a little chat as well to MP Shana Halbert, who is the Labour Party spokesperson on Auckland and Rainbow issues. I want to have a chat to him about the regional fuel tax and what that means for Auckland and Aucklanders. But I also want to have a chat around the New Zealand First proposal to cut funding to amateur sports organisations if they don't deal with trans women. And that's a terrible way to have to phrase it because that's their language, unfortunately. Then I'm going to sit down and have a chat with Holly Snape, who's in charge of Community Waikato. They're an organisation that helps community organisations and groups do what they need to do. They see firsthand from the community what the effects are of governmental policies and changes, especially the things like beneficiary indexing rates. And then finally, I'm going to wrap things up with Big Hairy News co-host Pat Brittendon. We're going to sit down and discuss things like what the media landscape is like now, 100 days into this government, whether or not the media is changing how they approach things, how they deal with things, and obviously the impacts of things like, well, the end of News Hub. So if you don't already, please jump onto my YouTube or Facebook pages, give them a follow so you get the notification. From 8 p.m. on Sunday the 10th of March, come and join me here. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that you can. It'll be absolutely fascinating to see what some of the insights are that we get from these experts.